See it all.
Pretty much. Get back on the list.
Looks like Minnesota and Atlanta. Michael Penix is looking pretty decent.
He's not looking that bad at all, is he?
No. And that's why they drafted him.
Exactly.
All right, we're live on
Live there too.
and we're live. Now live.
Oh.
You're listening to the legendary podcaster, the one, the only, TJMD. Your personal favorite, and the show you've been waiting for. Probably offensive.
Welcome to another exciting episode of As the Crowe Flies. Is probably offensive. And I've got my one co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. J. Johnny Van.
Oh man, what a hell of an introduction, because I am a man, I am kind of mythical, and I once upon a time was a legend. So what's good, man? We schedules last week caused us to miss Wednesday. Hopefully that won't happen this Wednesday, but lots been going on in the news, man. Lots been going on.
There's a lot happening. The big story of the week, as you know, assassination.
Oh shit, my bad.
Or some people. Death of Charlie Kirk, the pundit or
outspoken. I would just call him he just was an outspoken guy with conservative views.
Yeah. He was a Trumper. So he was right wing. He was. I will give him this, because I've seen a lot of stuff he said. I never actually watched an entire Charlie Kirk speech. I've seen him speak at the RNC. I've seen him on his podcast, but I never was inclined to stay with the program.
Yeah.
I'd give him a few minutes and then I turn it.
Well, like you, I didn't really pay too much attention to him until
activist. That's what
activist. Yes, I didn't really pay too much attention to him. I knew of him, heard of him, checked him out here. But since this tragedy has happened, I dug into him.
Okay, you done a little bit.
I've done a little bit.
Background.
In my free time, I just been listening to a lot of his stuff, and you can take it both ways, right? A lot of the stuff he said was true. There's a few things that he said that was bogus. And in some of his other later debates, he kind of retracted some of those things. Like the things he said about Palestinians was way off. And he went back and started retracting that. He started to say he wasn't with Israel anymore. He doesn't agree with what they were doing. Because someone called him out on that, being a Bible thumper that he was. Yeah. They called him out on that. The thing about women, I believe that was a dumbass statement he made, but it was taken out of context. But it was dumb. He said a lot of shit that didn't make sense. Yeah. But then he said a lot of things that did make sense.
Yeah. I mean, he had some points. He made, it wasn't like everything totally wrong and
right
off. Some of the stuff he said was accurate to what is going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? But his overall views, I thought was I didn't think he'd get him shot.
Well, that's the thing. Black, white, indifferent. You never celebrate a person's death.
No, and people who were celebrating
Exactly, and I see a lot of it, and even the fact that he did talk about the Second Amendment, and there's going to be some casualties and some sacrifices, and he became one. Ultimately, he became one of them, right?
Yeah. Now here's the thing about what Charlie Kirk said, and I was surprised because when I first heard about Charlie Kirk, he actually was on TYT.
Okay.
And he was being interviewed by Anna and Jake.
Okay.
They're the main two hosts on there. And I never seen him say anything out of line or anything that I would consider out of line. Like that's stupid. That sucks and that's dumb. Or so I wasn't thinking that. He was nice. He was very polite. And it wasn't until I seen him on his own podcast when he really started saying the nonsense.
Okay.
He got loose because he was comfortable.
He was on his own podcast.
Yeah, on his own show.
Right.
In his own studio. I think TYT asked him to come on the show during the political conventions.
Mm-hmm.
Right before they, have the election,
Mm-hmm.
they have everybody has
right.
a little convent. Well, they have a Democratic and a Republican, but he was at the Republican. At the
Democratic
right. Convention, but he was just doing his show and then making comments about what
was being said.
Yes. So I didn't know what he stood for until I seen him on his own show.
Okay.
So one of the things he did say is that to keep our Second Amendment, there will have to be some sacrifices, and even the kids who have been shot.
Yes. And that right there, this is what I was just saying earlier, how things get taken out of context.
Yeah.
I don't think he meant like it's okay to kill kids.
Right.
But he didn't come across that way because he was brash.
Right.
You got to remember, the dude was only 31 when he passed.
Right.
So even though he was very brilliant, he was still a young man.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he meant kids can die and it's okay. But people, in this day and age, people are going to take what you say and run with it.
Yeah.
Without doing their due diligence. What he was saying is exactly what happened to him, is what he was saying.
Yes. That somebody's
going to die. I mean, it's just going to happen.
Somebody's going to have to be sacrificed in gun violence for us to keep our Second Amendment rights to have guns. And I disagree with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Charlie Kirk needed to die. I mean, I've seen Charlie Kirk in debates where he got his clock cleaned by some young guy.
Well, he's going to college campuses.
Okay, right. So he went to a lot of college campuses because he was trying to sway
the young people. That's what you do. You go after the youth.
He was trying to sway the young people. He thought that most young people in college were liberal.
And a lot are.
Right. But he was trying to turn that around.
Right. Most are. And he did conjure up some arguments with some people like that, but we're not going to talk about that. That's just a broad topic. But to be assassinated, let me ask you this.
Yeah. To
be assassinated in such a public place in front of his wife and children by another Caucasian male.
Right.
And then the here's the funny thing about it. The people who are neo-Nazis, white supremacist people, they're all putting on notice HBCUs and things of that nature. That's what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. No one knows why. They're blaming and the guy that killed him comes from a upper middle class family
in Utah.
Yeah. And here's the thing. The black people have nothing to do with him dying, and he never said anything about that, or he wouldn't have.
Yeah.
It's these people that follow him that once again, it's these white supremacists and these ignorant individuals. They don't want to accept accountability. Right. You're always looking to blame someone.
Yes.
And the thing, and what I heard from him in one thing, he didn't point the finger at just black people. He talked about the black community, and the things he said were true. And if you want to dig into that, we can dig into that another time. Because we were better in the 40s and 50s. We were married. We had jobs, we owned land, and crime in our neighborhoods were down because we had father figures around. Planned Parenthood and things that we already talked about this. What that eradicated, I think, was a systematic attempt to eradicate the black family, the nuclear family, and it's happened. So black dads aren't around as much, and there is a lot of crime. He didn't lie about that. Yeah. And I don't want black people to get mad and be like, you know what, I'm black. What we need to do is stop being lazy and just listen. And, just listen to what people are saying and dissect it with dialogue. And you might come out with a better saying. And that goes for everybody. Listen, you're never going to like the messenger. Most people don't. If the messenger is going to bring some kind of truth, and especially if he's an asshole, you're not going to listen to him.
Yeah. Charlie Kirk didn't know what he was talking about the black community because he wasn't in the black community. No. He didn't go to the black community. He didn't talk a lot to black people. He did have some black people that he
interacted with.
Yes.
And there was and he was friendly to them, but he didn't lie about Black America. He didn't lie. And I listened to it, and that's what I listened to the most, because I want to hear people say he was a racist. He was this, he was, I said, let me go here. And I couldn't find it. Here's the thing about us as a people. We don't like to hear the truth, even if it comes from us or someone else. He talked about the welfare system, which is true. He talked about lack of fathers, which is true. He talked about how we don't want to do this, that, and the third, which is true. Yeah. Then people took out the thing about black airline pilots. Well, that's from DEI. And you know me, I've always talked about it, but I've never been for it because it does water down your product. Yeah. If you do it in that manner, the way that they were, the way these mass hirings were, they weren't, I'm not saying black, white, women, whatever. If you're not qualified to do a job, you shouldn't do it.
Right. But also, DEI also gave people jobs who were qualified.
Who were, exactly. but that's a small percentage.
Yeah. So white people, not all white people, but a lot of white men who do a lot of complaining, by the way. I've worked with a lot of white men who do a whole lot of complaining. For people who have the majority, you're in the majority, okay? When I see white guys posting online, it's okay to be white. I'm like, you're in the majority.
You're in the majority.
You can't be bullied when you're
they're getting mentally bullied.
White people, black people as a whole are only 14%.
That's stretching it.
Yeah.
And I don't get that.
And you can't be bullied by black people when we're only 14%.
And I think white people, 60? Close to 60?
Now, okay.
When you're taking other nationalities.
Well, let's first go with the Latino.
This
is all Latino, not just Mexicans.
Right.
This is Mexicans, Puerto Ricans.
Dominicans.
Dominicans.
Haitians.
20%.
Well, I don't know.
No, Haitians are not included.
Okay, but they're not Black Americans,
right.
so to speak.
Haitians are part of Black people, but there weren't, when they done this poll, there weren't that many Haitians in the country. But there's a lot of Latino, and what people don't seem to realize, first of all, Puerto Ricans are Americans. That's an American territory. That's American.
It's American province.
Okay.
It's a territory. Well, what's the term we use, but it's province really. But yes, American territory.
So Puerto Rico,
the U.S. Virgin Islands, the U.S. Samoans. These are all territories operated and controlled.
And those are citizens.
Yes,
they're not represented.
I think they can vote.
Yes, they can.
Yeah,
they're citizens.
They just don't have. They don't have representation though.
They don't have representation in Congress,
in government, but they can vote,
or no senators or anything.
Right.
But yes,
they can
vote and they pay taxes
and they have U.S. rights.
Yeah,
they have American rights.
Yeah. So people complaining about some of these people as immigrants who are American citizens. They're not immigrants. But anyway, when it goes to people like Charlie Kirk, who was a activist, a right-wing activist, I guess you could say. He made some good points, and he said some stuff, but for the most part, he was just ignorant.
Well, he was ignorant because of, I think what it was, he would put his faith in front, right? And there's nothing. That's what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're that far right and you bring your faith up, you skewer the meters to tend in your favor.
Yeah.
And I get it. And a lot of things that he said the truth about guys walking in female restrooms with wigs on, saying I identify as a woman.
Yeah.
And I me, I'm all with that.
Yeah.
Because you're not a woman.
Yes. Right.
But that wouldn't get him killed.
No.
Talking about DEI and things of that nature, that won't get him killed. Because the number one thing people that know us and that are black who watch the show, racists don't get executed.
No.
They get pulled to the top.
They get congratulated.
Yes, racists don't get killed.
Yeah.
So he didn't get killed for that.
No.
He didn't get killed for talking about women. Because this is a misogynistic country.
Yeah. He
didn't get killed for talking about transgenders and gays and that nature, because deep down on the under, more people than not want them to be put back in the closet or whatever. I'm not going to get into that. I think he got killed for two reasons. One, he started changing his stance on Israel.
Uh-huh.
And you know how that goes. With people that have power, you cannot say you don't stand with Israel.
Yes.
And number two, he started to he wanted to open up the Epstein files. And you know what? Did you hear what he said? I've been digging deep into this dude for the last 5 days, whatever it's been. You know what he said?
What was the last thing? What was the latest thing?
You got to look this up. Somebody said, and you know what? These are long speeches and things of that nature that he did, and we'll dig into that.
Mm-hmm.
But what he said was, someone asked him about the Epstein files. He goes, "Oh, most definitely, they deserve to be open because God does not want bad things happening to his children." And children, and so he started talking about that. Then he says, some of my friends, if they're on that list, discussions need to be made.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody else out here probably seen that. And he talked about, because he knows what we're talking about, the Trumpers and
mm-hmm.
the Trumps and the higher ups.
Mm-hmm.
They might be on that list, right?
Definitely.
And he was going after that list feverishly. Do you hear me?
Yeah. Feverishly.
What did I say?
Feverishly. But anyway.
Whatever. This guy's a jerk. You know what I meant. Feverishly.
Okay. But he flip-flopped on
Israel.
releasing the files. No, the Epstein files.
No, he didn't flip.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, well.
At first, before Trump was back in office,
mm-hmm.
he said, yeah, we need to get those Epstein files released.
Right.
Because Trump was saying it
right
in his campaign. I'll release all the top secret files
mm-hmm.
on JFK, on MLK, on Epstein. I'll release them all when I get in office.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of his supporters started saying yes, if they were, had platforms.
Right.
Even Glenn Beck.
No Glenn Beck. No way.
Was saying yes. Soon as Trump gets in there, we're going to see Kash Patel release the Epstein files on day one. And I'm thinking,
Well, when what I was talking about, this was one of his latest speeches.
Right. So what happened was he released the Epstein files before
mm-hmm.
when the campaign was still moving.
Mm-hmm.
After Trump was
elected,
inaugurated in office, he didn't say much about it. They were talking about other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then he came out again here in recent months saying, release those Epstein files,
mm-hmm.
right? But when Trump said it was a Democrat hoax, he turned and said, well, I'm not going to talk about Epstein.
Yes, but then recently
he flipped
back
and said we need to release those files.
Because you know what made him flip back?
What's that?
A young lady at one of his colleges was like, well, if you're so pro God, pro Jesus, this, that, and the third, why would you want to stay silent?
Yeah.
And he was like, you're right. Because I had to talk with my wife about that. You're right.
Yeah.
And we do need to open those up.
Yeah.
And he goes, I will do what I can to see, because that truth needs to come out. So my question to you
mm-hmm.
is that everyone who's, like I say, the right wingers, the conservatives,
yes,
everything he says they should love.
Yeah.
They would love. Them there 100%.
Yeah.
Now, Utah is a conservative state.
Yeah.
The kid that shot him supposedly he just voted. He was 22, so he voted. This was his first time voting.
Yeah.
Everything top to bottom was Republican.
He voted for Trump.
Yes, everything up and down the board.
His family is Republican.
Yes.
Did you hear his grandmother?
Uh-uh.
His grandmother even gave an interview and said, "Listen, I don't understand why my grandson did what he did." He said, she said, we all voted for Trump. We all are Republicans.
Right.
And his father and myself are registered Republicans.
Right.
I don't know if he is or not.
Well, I don't know if he was registered yet, but he voted all Republican. That's on record.
Yeah. She said, I don't know what spooked him about Charlie Kirk, but she said, I don't even know anybody who's a Democrat.
Right. So this is Utah,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
And then the Utah, now here's where media and everybody twists things up, which I hate, right? Because they put black people in the crosshairs.
Right.
The Utah state sheriff, deputy or whatever he was, chief of police says, "Oh man, we found suspected killer Charlie Kirk, and he's one of ours." Now they said, unfortunately, he's one of ours. What would that mean to you?
They wished it was someone else that wasn't one of theirs, so they could brutalize.
You mean black or white? Or I took it as he's a Utah citizen.
No, I take that as saying he's one of ours.
I don't think he would say like that. He was white and he's one of us. Is that? I didn't take that. I'm like, come on now, you can't be that stupid to say that.
Did he know he was being recorded?
Yes, he knew. He was in front of a bunch of cameras and microphones.
Well, okay,
so
then he must have meant Utah.
That's what I'm thinking. He said and unfortunately he's one of ours. And then so they didn't play the rest of the tape. They just cut it off right there. And this is why I tell people, don't watch. Don't just focus on these memes. Do your research. Do your due diligence, because the meme will make you think, oh, well, he's saying it's black. So right there, these ignorant people, you know, those white supremacists and those hate mongers, those ignorant motherfuckers, and you got them in every race. But anyway, without doing your due diligence, you watch that fucking meme, and that first thing you're gonna think is he was ours. You're gonna think the way they set it up was that, you know, he's white. And so now that you focus on, oh damn, we thought he'd be black and blah blah blah. So now black people are taking us like, damn, blah blah blah. They're making this. These people out here need division. They need it. They need people to be divided in order to succeed.
They need some leaders, because what we have now falls very short
on both sides.
Now,
on all sides.
We're going to go to break. We're going to go to break. So
yeah, we'll come back to that. This is going to be an interesting.
Back in a short minute here. I'm not going anywhere, but we got to go to break so I can.
This guy does breaks.
So I can line this in case the owners of our podcast want to be professional.
Oh, listen. They gave them to me last time.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
But we'll be right back right after this.
What's good, people out there? What's up, cuz? What's up, cuzzo? Mr. Akram, I see you out there. Dr. Sean L. Smith, I see you, cuzzo.
All right.
Mr. Compton, I see y'all. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. I gotta get to that point.
I need some more spots for drops. I feel like ordering another drop.
Yeah, we do. I gotta get some more too. I need that information. You gotta give that to me again. I lost it.
If you're not offended yet, stay tuned for this next segment. Mr. A-Hole and T-Crowe. That's so funny. Welcome back to the show.
You're listening to a man who's so sexy it's completely ridiculous.
Oh, that is.
Anthony Scott Dunford.
All right, we're back. Talking about Charlie Kirk, the man was assassinated. Some people online say he wasn't assassinated; he was just killed.
See, this is what I'm saying. This is the ignorant fallacies that lie within our people.
They won't even give him that. But look, I will take what you were saying before we went to break about the sheriff. Was it?
He was a chief police sheriff, whatever the hell he
Okay,
was.
I would take that to mean that the guy was from Utah.
That's what I took. But see,
and not that he's white, because who else is going to commit this kind of crime but a white guy
in Utah,
anywhere?
the only people in Utah that are black are
who commits more mass shootings than anybody?
white people.
Yeah,
and that's what Kirk was talking about, protecting the white people by saying this, because he knows kids are going to get killed. And actually, there was a school shooting that same day.
Right. Yes, in
Yes,
Colorado.
school shooting that exact same day. What we have to do, people, is like, what I want to talk about is like, black people, we can't celebrate this because we got an eye for an eye.
Do we?
You remember when Malcolm X spoke on JFK, and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said, "Do not speak on this. Let them do their own bidding and let them do their own mourning." But Malcolm X said, "This is the chicken roost," and it lit a fire under the media and everything. They were like, "Oh man, you can't say that," and that's when Malcolm X got silenced. But what I'm trying to say is, black people, personal when they say things about our people, right?
Yeah.
And so we want an eye for an eye. I get it. But we can't do that. We're better than that. What we got to do is let them commit. See, they're going to commit against their own kind as well. That was a white on white crime.
Yes.
It didn't have anything to do with us. Can we celebrate? Sure. In private.
No.
I don't. No. Let me finish. No.
Oh
If you want to celebrate in private, that's you. I'm not celebrating in private. I'm not saying.
Why would you celebrate though?
Do you see all these people celebrating it?
Yes, but why?
What I'm saying is why? That's not my mindset. I can't answer that. The only thing I can say is do it in your own privacy.
Listen,
if that's who you are.
A man being murdered
in front of his wife and two daughters is nothing to celebrate.
In public, unless he was just an evil.
Unless he was a dick.
Even if he was an evil, it still ain't nothing to celebrate.
No, his daughters were there.
Maybe there's something to be relieved about if he was terrible.
And that's what I'm saying. Do it in the privacy of your own homes. Don't get on social media. But social media is the devil.
I've seen so many people, not so many. I've seen about at least 8-9 people on social media celebrating or saying that's what he gets.
I've seen more than that. And I'm like, here's the thing. What you're doing, you're celebrating that. But how did it feel when they celebrated George Floyd? Mm-hmm. We were pissed off.
Yeah.
And we're like, you shouldn't be doing that. But now this is the eye for an eye tactic.
Yeah.
Now they got one gone. We shouldn't celebrate. Yeah. You know what you do? Hold your head up high and be like, see, now how does that feel when the rabbit got the gun, or whatever proverbial phrase you would like to use?
Listen, but the people who I've seen saying they weren't celebrating, first of all, they were saying this is a shame.
Mm-hmm.
But they were also pointing out the fact that Charlie Kirk himself said that gun violence is an acceptable sacrifice to people who
for the Second Amendment, right?
That's an acceptable sacrifice so that we can have a Second Amendment,
right?
And to keep our weapons,
to
be able to own guns as a citizen, not have to be a police officer or in the military,
right?
So people were pointing that out, and I actually seen the guy, and I don't want to laugh about this, but I actually seen a guy on social media making a video of himself, and a lot of people, for some reason, these videos are prolific.
Mm-hmm.
It's an abundance of people making dumb videos. I actually seen a guy just crying tears, just bawling, straight out bawling. A guy who never met Charlie Kirk, don't know Charlie Kirk, but he followed Charlie Kirk online. Mm-hmm. You know, so he was one of his followers on social media,
right? And
he listened to his show.
Okay.
And this guy was crying his eyes out. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo, you killed my man. Boo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. And I was thinking, have you completely lost your moral mind?
Yes, they have. Because you know why? You said it earlier. You touched on it earlier. You know, this is what you said was we need leaders.
Mm-hmm.
There's no leaders out here.
Right.
He was young.
Yeah.
He was, he got popular in his 20s,
Right.
and now he was 31.
Mm-hmm.
He was what the right needed. He was straightforward, all-American white boy,
Mm-hmm.
straight up and down.
Mm-hmm.
Believed in the right-wing ideologies.
Yes.
And like I said before, you can debate what he said, this, that, and the third. We're not going to do that. But what we're talking about is some of the things he said were true. Some of the things he said was asinine.
Mm-hmm.
But no man deserves to go out like that in front of 2 daughters and your wife.
Right.
And we should not celebrate that. But it's these ignorant people who are talking shit make people act that way.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm saying. You should you celebrate that? No. But because you don't have the time to think and or you don't want to think, or you want to be, see, we live in a lazy culture now.
Yeah.
Where everything's at your fingertips. You don't gotta learn anything. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to remember telephone. You don't have to know anything. Everything's at your book. So it's your phone and your fingertips. So if you do this and you learn, you don't learn, but what you're doing is you're picking up other people's ideas.
Yeah.
That's why I said don't listen to those damn memes. Don't watch none of that bullshit, because that's feeding into your mind. It's programming you. All over the algorithms right now is Charlie Kirk, Charlie Kirk, Charlie Kirk. You see some bad that's been chopped and edited. You see some good that's been chopped and edited.
Mm-hmm.
What did I tell you I did? I went back and searched him and watched the full shit. I
watched full video.
While I'm at work, driving, doing what I'm doing, I'm watching my work. I got the heads. I'm listening to the full video, because you can't listen to the edited version. I can take anything that you say and chop it up and screw it up to make it seem like, you know what, Dover's a jerk.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
don't listen to these memes. But 9 times out of 10, we're lazy.
Yeah.
We listen to the memes.
Yeah.
We follow the memes. And now you got people on Facebook and everywhere else, Instagram, whatever platform they choose to use, saying he's this, he's that, and they're quoting, they're playing these memes. And I don't think that's fair if you didn't go listen to the whole thing. If you listen to the whole thing, by all means, have your opinion. But if you're going to take a meme that me and Dover made up here, let's make this meme up. Let's Frankenstein it and now put it out there. Now somebody's going to share it and they're going to talk about, see, this is what we're talking about. Terrence Crowe was an asshole because we made this meme, because you heard this meme, without even really knowing what the fuck I said.
Yeah.
And that's what I say. We're lazy as a nation. We're lazy as a people. And we're lazy as individual ethnic groups. We have more in common than we do from apart, because you know why? We're all programmed by the same algorithms. And what I want to say is, do your own research. Get your due diligence. Do your own due diligence. Because we need to unite. This man just got brutally assassinated in front of his family, and now we're sitting here divided about it. Everything's divisive.
Yeah. What's weird to me is the right wingers were hoping that was a Democrat.
They shot him. Yes.
And they were hoping it was someone else who's not white.
You're damn right. They was hoping it was a black radical.
Yeah.
It didn't matter if he was Democratic or not. They was hoping it was black and radical. So these white supremacists and all these MAGA guys can say, see, we told you. Now they're
told you the black man was violent.
You know what? He had, from what I was listening, he had more open dialogue with black people than he did white people. They would go, and these were college students, so they were well educated. They was going at him. They were going back and forth. And he complimented on black kids. He talked to them. Listen, I'm not going to sit here and uphold this guy like he was Jesus, because he wasn't. What I'm going to tell you is, just do your own research. Don't let somebody tell you Jamsky D's an asshole.
Right.
Do your research to find out he really is an asshole, but at least you researched it.
you know that's false if you hear that.
Yes.
Automatically count that as false.
And so, but as a nation and as a people, there's a bigger force out here that's causing us to do this. And yes, was he sacrificed? I believe he was. He was. Now, the powers that be, this 22-year-old kid, like, remember who shot Reagan? John Hinckley? What's his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. We were in what elementary then when that happened, but because Reagan, that was in the 80s.
Yeah, pretty
Jesus
young,
Christ, we were
pretty
young.
young.
So,
Yeah.
but Hinckley, he's out of prison now. He's living a normal life, but he shot the president, and everyone thinks it was a coup job. No, it's a nut case.
Yeah, a nut job.
A nut job. It was all over Jodie Foster for some reason.
Yeah,
I make it make sense to me.
He was obsessed with her.
Yeah, but why would you shoot the president because of Jodie? That's what it was. He thought it would get her attention. Now you kill somebody and you kill the president. Now you got Jodie Foster liking you. This is the type of people we're dealing with.
Yeah. So weirdos. This kid was actually. I mean, he was awfully accurate. He only shot one bullet.
Yes.
And it hit this guy right in his carotid artery.
Well, I don't think he, you know what? So when I was talking to someone, I'm thinking there's like, so this dude was, I said, you know what? He probably was aiming at the chest and went a little higher.
But he hit him right in the carotid.
Right. Yeah. Lucky shot.
Lucky?
Yes.
That's the artery that bleeds.
Right. It's lucky shot. How many people, snipers, would shoot for that? Your head, or he was aiming at the head and went low, because you know from distance you got to aim a little higher, right? People that shoot know this. You get from distances, you aim a little higher because it gives the trajectory of the bullet is going to drop from losing velocity at a little bit of speed, so it's going to naturally drop. That's just gravitational pull. We don't need to get into the physics of it, but they always tell you to aim a little higher. If he was aiming for the head, because
aim high.
Yes, if he was aiming for the head, right, it dropped to the neck, but it hit right the damn artery. Did you see it?
Yeah,
I saw it one time and I didn't want to watch it again because me, the person, I hate watching people break bones. I hate seeing anything done drastic and tragically to the human body because
I've seen the video and it hit him right in his carotid artery,
right there,
and blood
but starts gushing like it was an oil well.
Yeah,
every heartbeat. So yeah, I think he was aiming for his head, and I think the bullet dropped. But here's the thing: with all those people around, what if he'd have missed?
He's an awful good shot because he only shot one time.
What if he missed, though?
You know, even the dude who tried to shoot Trump shot up 2-3 times.
2-3 times.
You know,
it just grazed his ear.
Yeah, right. he missed.
It's like a buzz. Like, yeah.
Wow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this guy was like, pow. I'm gone.
Drop gone.
Yeah. So he's awfully good shot. There's something fishy about how good of a shot he was.
Yeah, my dude Harry said bolt action rifle at 200 yards, fairly easy shot. Yes, but do you think he was aiming for the head and without raising it up and the bullet dropped?
That he had to compensate for the fact that Charlie Kirk had a microphone in front of him that he kept leaning forward to pick up.
Yeah.
He kept doing this.
And sitting back up.
But he kept putting it down.
Right. He kept putting it down.
Like waiting for the next question.
Wait for the next question.
Then he pick it
back up. And he just picked it back. He actually picked it right back up. And then you see him jerk back. That was from, I don't know if the bullet, did they find the bullet? Or did it lodge in his spine?
No, it went through, I think. I think I heard. It might not have been accurate because, you know, Kash Patel, he's a very incompetent and has no business being the director of the FBI because he twice that they have found the guy. First time
when they didn't.
First time it was a 71-year-old man who all he did was say he's been shot.
Yeah.
And pointed to him, and then they tackled him.
Right.
And it was like, this is the guy. Be like,
no. He was standing right here.
Yes, and he doesn't even have a gun.
This tells you the competency of the people that we put in charge.
Yes. There's no competency.
Right.
There's no competency. There's no competency with Kash Patel.
Yes.
Because some people.
But the powers that be
don't get DEI. They just get put in.
They just get put in a place.
They know somebody.
And they know somebody. Right.
They're kissing someone's ass, licking somebody's butt.
Oh God, here we go again.
And they get jobs that they have no business having. So I was just amazed. I just wanted to remark that I was amazed by how accurate this young boy.
Well, he was what? my dude Harry was like, he was 200 yards away. He probably had a high-powered scope. He said bolt action rifle, pretty powerful. Still a hell of a shot.
And under pressure.
Well, was he under pressure or no? Because you got to think about it.
Yes, he's already planned it. He's already thought about getting away, which he would have done. They wouldn't have gotten him if he hadn't have been confessing. His father
told on him.
Yeah,
his father told on him.
So his father told on him. If it hadn't have been for them telling on him, Cash Patel would never find this guy because he doesn't know.
He was gone.
Doing. Yes,
he was gone in the woods. And the thing, see, this is like Harry said, evil is rampant. This is our country now. This is our country. And listen, for a black man such as you and me, if they're going to do that to him, what do you think they do to me or you?
Oh, we might not make it back to the precinct.
I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about publicly executed this man.
Oh, well, you can only die. What they going to do to you?
That's what I'm trying to say. So they're going to kill, they ain't going to just kill me. They're going to kill our family. They're going to make examples, man. If they did this to this man, listen, but you can only die once.
That's just one guy, though.
Yeah. But what do you think they'll take us all out? And so what I'm saying is this, listen, if they want you silenced, you're going to be silenced. Mm-hmm. And I do not believe it was because of the things that he had his talks over and things of that nature.
You think it was somebody else besides
No, I think, man, when you get
this kid?
I don't, listen. I think, you know what they do with the
fire up to 10.
No. You know what they do with the kids? You know what they do with the kids?
What?
You saw how they recruit neo-Nazis and things of that nature?
Yeah.
They get them when you're young, and then they talk to you. Mm-hmm. We haven't checked the background of this kid yet. Mm-hmm. This kid better not say too much. Maybe they got to him and talked him into doing it. Who knows?
He's going to have a lawyer.
Oh, he's going to lawyer up. But the people that talked to him,
he was doing nothing, had no job,
right,
and living in a $600,000 home.
Exactly, my whole point. So guess we can get to him. Hey, dude, try these drugs. Now you got these drugs, and I could get your brain.
Have a lawyer who was also against Charlie Kirk take his case pro bono.
Oh, well, pro bono, that means you're going to. Like Johnny Cochran, it makes much money off OJ. You know that, right?
What?
OJ paid all his lawyers. Johnny Cochran didn't take much money. You know why?
What?
He knew what he's worth after doing this.
Right.
That's why you do it pro bono.
Right.
If I do this case pro bono, and I'm a millionaire.
Yeah.
I could write the book. I could do that. Mm-hmm. I own all the rights.
Yeah.
So, and Johnny Cochran's family still makes money from movies, TV shows, and rights. To think that whenever they talk about the OJ case. Johnny knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Because he came in second. He was after Shapiro. We're not going to talk about OJ. Supposedly he didn't do it. But
supposedly he did.
Yeah, the way that Nicole was brutally murdered, man, listen, I don't want to talk about that. I studied that case forever. I'm still intrigued with that.
But anyway, I'm just saying that I think that this young man.
You think he acted alone, or do you think there was forces behind him?
I think he acted alone, but I'm waiting to see what his reason was. He's got to give a reason.
Yes.
At some point, he's got to tell somebody, even if it's his lawyer, because he's going to go to court because they want to put him the death penalty on him.
Oh, Utah practice. Oh, he's dying. He's dying.
So he's going to want to have some kind of an explanation.
That's what I'm trying to say. So is he going to say
a river explanation?
And my point is this: if you're a 22-year-old Republican,
he could just come out and be like, "Give me a break. I'm a white guy. I'm a young white male. You know what I'm saying? I'm almost good looking. I don't get no booty. I don't have a job. My father's nice. He's good. He's down with the repubs. He's a right winger too. My grandma even spoke out, right winger, old bat. Just give me a break, folks, and they'll give him a break."
I don't believe that. I don't think so, because what they're going to do is, and like as a country, what we're doing is we are sitting here exploiting assassinations. Mm-hmm. They have to act swift. They have to act harsh because if not, we live in a country of copycats. Mm-hmm. This man was doing college tours with a whole, but they were lined up to argue with him. Mm-hmm. They were lined up to talk to him.
Right.
They were at every college tour that I witnessed on YouTube and that I looked up. There were hundreds and thousands of people there. I mean, it was like a concert.
Yeah.
People, they were lining up to talk, and he would talk to anybody that wanted to talk. Right. He would sit there he was getting paid, well compensated, of course, mm-hmm. but he was there. So what I'm going to say is, this country is a mess. Mm-hmm. Of course, they're going to blame it on racism. They're going to blame it. The one thing that they're going to use against him was that he was a racist. And like I told you, mm-hmm. I didn't hear any of that. People are going to come at me and say, "Oh, Crowe, you're this." No, I didn't. And I want you guys to go listen to the whole thing. Did he talk about black? Yes. Did he talk about white people? Yes. Did he talk about women? Yes. Talk about transgenders? Yes. He talked about white men? Yes.
Did he ever say anything negative about white men?
Yes.
What was that?
Oh, he talked about white men being misogynistic, but instead of, and he talked, oh man, listen, he talked about the white gays and the transgenders and, things of that nature.
Did he ever talk about a straight white guy?
He talked about the ones that were ignorant and didn't follow the orders of Jesus. He talked about them.
Okay.
Yeah, he did talk about them. Nobody was really off limits to him. Mm-hmm. He would tell people to change your life over and things of that nature. But he talked about everybody. And you just got to listen to him. And it's a shame that I didn't get into him, Paul's. He had passed. Yeah. So I've been doing my research. And was he a jerk? Hell yeah, he's a jerk. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, he was a jerk.
Yeah.
But did he deserve to die in that matter? No.
No, he didn't.
But in order to get your message across in this country, mm-hmm. you have to be a jerk.
Do you?
Think about it. Name someone that not.
He did not deserve to be shot.
No.
Martin Luther King wasn't a jerk.
No. That was in the 60s.
Okay.
This day and age with social media,
you got to be a jerk.
You got to be you got to have something. Listen, name someone. You don't have to be a jerk. Say jerk. Mm-hmm. But what I mean by jerk is you got to say things that make people feel uncomfortable.
Right.
In order to spark the dialogue.
Okay.
And, I just don't think us as a nation, I'm not talking about me as being a black man, you being a black man. I'm talking about us being Americans living in this country. We're too divisive. We're too divided. Everything's divisive. Everything's, you gotta be black, gotta be white, gotta be a man, gotta be a woman, gotta be. Listen, we gotta be people. Mm-hmm. If we can't be people, you can't be anything else. And this is a plan and a test from people above. And the people who are pulling the strings, the oligarch, the 1% of 1%ers are sitting back like this. We got them again.
Okay.
We got them again.
We're going to go to break again.
Yeah. Take a break and then we're going to come back to this.
And we will be right back right after this.
And they're sitting there saying, we got them again, man. And me, personally, I can see it. Man, listen. It's right there in front of our damn face. But you know what's funny is that, like I said, social media, half of these, I'm tempted to think that half of these bullshit memes that come out, not just about Kirk, that come out about everybody that are divisive, mm-hmm. they're put out there for a reason. And I don't think it's AI putting them out there. I think it's people are putting them out there. I think people are putting them out there to make people think that we have to not like someone. Now, Charlie Kirk, I wasn't offended by him. I told you I agree with almost damn near everything he said. I didn't agree with everything, mm-hmm. but I agree with a lot of everything he said. Mm-hmm. And people are going to take that like he's a jerk. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Hey, that's our opinion. Do I think he's a jerk? I just think he was very strong opinion. I don't think he was a jerk. Me personally, I don't think he was a jerk. But people,
Charlie Kirk was a jerk?
I don't think he was a jerk.
Okay.
I think he was strong in his views. Well, we're going to come back on. We're back on.
You're listening to the best damn activist on the microphone. One hell of a podcaster and his co-host, Mr. T. Crowe and Anthony Scott
And now
Dover.
with our
One hell of a team.
team,
The man we've all been waiting for. TJ. Welcome back to the show.
That activist is not Charlie Kirk. They were talking about Johnny Vader.
Really?
Yes.
Oh man. So people call me a jerk, but I'm not a jerk. But like I was talking about,
No.
people are going to take if people don't share your ideas and your doctrines, they're going to call you a jerk, right?
Yeah.
And it goes back to the old adage of don't hate the messenger, hate the message.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think happened with Kirk.
Don't
People
hate the player, hate the game.
Exactly. I think people hated his message and they took it out of him. Like I said, I didn't think he could come off as brash and young, and then people in this sensitive area say he's a jerk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
it just shows me where we are today. It's disappointing.
Yes, it's very disappointing
You know?
that you can't say what you want and have your own ideas.
And there's
And like
so many ignorant people.
he did not deserve to die because he thought this way.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean to tell me America wants people to think one way, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't go with that. I'm not going to think one way. I'm a free thinker. So if I say all of a sudden we get a big platform, right? Yeah. And I start talking, my doctrines.
Yeah.
Someone's going to shoot me because of this way I think?
No, I doubt it.
I hope not. I hope you're right.
Yeah, because I don't think you're spewing that type of doctrine that people are going to be like, you know what, that son of a bitch, that goddamn Johnny Vader, that mother effer, I got to put him out of his misery.
Right.
No, I don't think it's that type of situation. Could be wrong, but I don't think you're there. Did you see Trump's speech afterwards?
No, I didn't get to. I heard he did some things, and I didn't get a chance to see the speech.
Well, my comments on the speech is I did see it.
Okay,
and I
tell us about it.
I looked at the whole thing. You could go back and check it out.
I will check it out tonight.
There's a lot of opportunities for Trump to be a leader. I mean, he's technically the leader of the free world.
That's what they call our president. Yes.
That's what they call the American president.
Right.
Because we got a lot of countries under us who are free,
mm-hmm.
who look up to America because we are the power.
Right.
Okay. And so whoever's president is referred to as the president of the free world.
Right.
So there's a lot of opportunities for Trump to be like, this is my moment to step in front of the mic and be, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The leader that I should be and could be. And he's been begging practically for the Nobel Prize.
You can't get it now.
You
blew up that boat. You blew up that boat and
just blew up a boat.
Where was it coming from? Venezuela?
Yeah.
Yes.
You blew up a boat with 11 people on it for no reason.
Come to find out there was no drugs on the boat. You're not going to win Nobel.
For no reason he blew it up.
Yeah, but you're not going to jail either. So take that as a blessing.
But anyway, he comes out in this speech after Charlie Kirk is assassinated
mm-hmm.
and says the radical left. You know what I'm saying? Just blames it on the radical left. He said these radical left thugs. You know what I'm saying? He misses every goddamn opportunity to be.
Actually, he doesn't miss.
Yeah.
No. So you gotta understand this, man.
But
he's not missing.
How so?
This is who he is.
Yeah.
See, listen. Do you remember back here? Listen, a lot of people probably weren't even born who watched the show. They might not have been born, or they were little kids then. Because you and I remember the USFL. It came out when we were in middle school.
Yeah.
Herschel Walker, a bunch of sweet ass players went there.
Mm-hmm.
Doug Flutie, your boy Jim Kelly,
Steve Young,
Herschel Walker. They were making big money.
Mm-hmm.
Another other big running back went there, Dupree, I think it was. Anyway, Trump took over the USFL. I never forget. I'm watching ABC TV as a little kid. I'm trying to watch the New Jersey Generals. I think Trump brought into him. That's what Herschel Walker played for.
Right.
And Trump comes on there and says he's going to be the commissioner of USFL. They're going to rival the league. I never forget this. He was only 30-some years old at the time because we were like 12 or whatever.
Okay.
So he was like 37, maybe 38.
Right.
This man ruined the USFL. It's not funny because I liked it.
But it's what I would expect from
right. Well, the reason why he ruined it is because the league, this was the second year of the league. I think it was around for 4 years, maybe 3 or 4 years. It was the second year of the league. I never forget it. Herschel Walker is on a historic run to break the pro football all-time rushing mark.
Yeah.
That Eric Dickerson said it, if not said it, but anyway, whatever. Become the first to go 2,000 yards or something. Remember that?
Yeah.
So
one season.
Yeah. So and I think Trump owned that team, and so he's on the news. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's talking to. He says, "So next year I'll be the commissioner. We're going to make more money. We're going to rival the NFL." This is after the NFL told him no, he can't. He can't buy into the league. So he takes over USFL. He turns them into bigger and better things. He tries to do this, do that. He steps on a few toes here, steps on a few toes there. In a long story short, the league crumbled, but Trump didn't falter. This is who he is. He believes in his rhetoric, and he believes in what he says, and he will stand 10 toes down, and he will not run. And this is who he is. So, and I don't mind that because you should, as a man, stand on your principles. But you also have to be able to backpedal and be like, you know what? If it's bad for humankind, and it's bad for my family, I have to be a man, swallow my pride, and change direction. And I don't think he does that. I don't think he changes direction. I don't think he wants to say I was wrong.
Right.
And so what he said, it simplifies the Trump I've known from a little kid. But he's been very successful being this way. But you make a lot of enemies on the way doing this.
Yeah. And
you create turmoil.
Yeah. Well, Bernie Sanders gave a speech after Charlie Kirk's murder.
Okay.
And he said, political violence is not the way to go. There's been violence from the right and violence from the left.
Exactly.
We got to come together as a country. Everything
that's what I said. We need to unite more ways than one.
Everything that a leader's supposed to say.
Right.
Bernie
Trump didn't
Sanders
say it.
Said it. Yeah. Trump didn't say it. He's steady up there trying to poke at people talking about radical left. And I'm thinking, dude, you do the opposite of what you should be doing as a leader and people telling him president of the country of both sides, man. You're not just the president of.
Well, here's the thing. Do you believe in bipartisan?
Yeah.
Do they believe in it? Both sides.
I don't know.
I don't think they believe in it. See, bipartisan, when you become, you're a conservative, I'm a liberal, or I'm a conservative liberal. When I become President Jamsky, we supposed to work together now.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. I don't know why, or if they are, it's behind the closed doors.
Yeah.
To keep us divided.
Yeah. Well, this guy is on trying to demonize the left.
Right. But if you look back throughout history, the left has done the same thing to the right. And this is what I'm trying to say is this. We need to unite the people, us. We don't need them. Y'all keep thinking we do. We don't. They're only 1% of the 1%. Do they have most of the money? Yes. If we could pull together and unite together and make me your leader, we can't lose.
If I was the president of the United States, I'd quit it with the petty bullshit and say, listen.
You turn it off? I think your battery's dead.
Maybe. Possibly. I doubt it, but I don't know.
I forgot to tell people to call in. I always do that. We got busy today. And If anybody has anything to say, they can call in the show 937-926-1641.
Yeah.
I know we're towards the end.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes left.
And there's no love doctor today because we had this has been a great podcast talking about the Charlie Kirk. If you missed the show, please go back and watch it. You can catch it on Spotify, iHeart, YouTube, Facebook, any place you get your
YouTube. But click on one of our profiles and you can catch it on the replay on Facebook.
Yes, it's a great show today. We had a great dialogue, and this is what I think we need to do. And in order to stop the arch trespassers, we got to come together, people. And now, as you can see, the bug bites both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right or wrong? It bites both sides, left and right,
the bug?
Black and white. Yeah. Well, the bug is the proverbial cancer of killing each other.
Oh,
okay. I speak hyperbole sometimes.
Clever.
Yeah, very clever.
All right.
But this tells you we all need to find a vaccine for that bug. The only way we're going to do it is come together, people, and not sit there. And we got to listen to one another and not criticize and denigrate each other. Yeah. But that's not going to happen because you guys listen to all that bullshit in social media. Get off your social media. Do your own research. Mm-hmm. Stop being lazy. Mm-hmm. Or you can get your great ideas from As the Crow Flies is Probably Offensive podcast. Hit that like, subscribe, and share this video, and people will lead them. Yeah. Am I right, Jamesky?
Yeah, we'll lead you. We'll lead you to promised land.
You ain't that bitch. Oh, shit.
Just watch this podcast, pay attention to it, and you'll be happy that you did. You'll be like, damn, that's a sweet-ass podcast. Can't believe I've not been paying attention to this podcast.
Yeah, I got a lot of comments to read later on and stuff and to answer. I appreciate you guys and your input.
Yeah, you'll be saying to yourself, well, unfortunately, Charlie Kirk's not around, but at least this podcast is.
Hey,
so we can
you can go back and check him out. And I encourage everyone to go back and listen to the whole. Don't listen to these little snippets on YouTube and what is it, Instagram and Facebook. Go back and watch the whole damn interview. Watch the show, yes, because it's been chopped and screwed, man. Listen, and you're only gonna get part of what they want you to see. Mm-hmm. So just watch the whole thing, and that's one thing I can tell you.
Yeah,
he was a good guy in his own right.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, in his own right, he was a good guy.
I would think he was a bad guy.
Well, he was a bad guy. You let me finish.
Okay, I don't know what that means.
You got to make your own opinion.
Deserve to be
executed,
murdered for sure.
Assassinated
to be assassinated
in front of it. You know what I told somebody the other day, man? They were kind of making fun of us. I said, "You're wrong." You know why I said you're wrong? Mm-hmm. And they was like, "Well, Crowe, you always take a different approach." I said, "Yes, I play devil's advocate a lot because I got to see both sides of the fence in order to get a full view of the dynamic." Mm-hmm. And I said, "You know what, man? Here's where I think is fucked up. His 2 daughters. Now, his wife, okay, she knew the money that they were making. She lived. Yeah. The kids really, you can say, oh, they got new bikes, they got new clothes, they got this, that, and the third. Okay, the kids live good. They don't understand that right now.
Right.
His life insurance, his name and likeness is going to set them up forever. The kids aren't going to really know that. And this is what's fucked up. They lost a dad.
Yeah, that's all they know.
That's all they know.
His daddy's gone.
And they had to see that. So, when you're one, I think one was 5 or 7, another was 2 or 3.
I don't know.
I can't remember. I think it's 5, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. They're young daughters.
Right.
They're going to remember this. They're going to remember that scene the rest of their lives.
Right.
And that needs to be thought of first.
Yeah. And that probably wasn't thought of by the young man who took his life. This sharp.
It wasn't thought of.
And I'm like to know where this guy learned how to shoot. I mean,
they said he went to this shooting facility. He was just training there, shooting just regular shot. This was a gun range.
Okay.
I mean, if you got a gun stand, right?
Have you seen Jack Reacher?
Yeah.
Okay, so
he's only like 6'2" in real life.
Who?
6'2", 6'3" in real life. Jack Reacher. The guy that plays Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
On the show, he looks like he's like 6'7", 6'8".
Well, that's on the Cruise played in the movie. And Tom Cruise is only 5'7".
He's not even 5'7".
Okay, well
He played Jack Reacher. He didn't play that tough guy. It's a comic book. Jack Reacher was a former. Remember that? It was a former comic book.
Yeah.
How the fuck is Tom Cruise playing that?
He's a superstar.
There you go.
He wanted to play the part, and he gave him.
Well, hell's bells.
So you never seen the movie Jack Reacher?
No, I didn't. I watched the show on Amazon.
Oh, you should. I watched the show on Amazon too. That guy's a big guy. He's 6'5".
No, he's not. He's only 6'2" in real life. Google it. 6'2", 6'3".
Oh, the actor?
Uh-huh.
He's only 6'2".
They list him on the show as being Reacher. He's like 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
So they get shorter people to play around him, or they use the camera angles. He's only like 6'2", 6'3". He's a big motherfucker, like 275, 280 pounds.
Right.
Muscle.
Right.
That motherfucker is ripped diesel.
Yeah.
But pause.
Anyway,
But
in the movie, the reason I brought it up, in the movie, that Tom Cruise plays Jack Reacher, there's a guy who's a sharpshooter who's accused of murdering some people by shooting them off of a bridge, and he didn't do it. Tom Cruise goes and proves that he didn't do it.
Okay.
He's a sharpshooter. But you should watch it.
I will. Thanks for telling me, because I forgot about the movie.
And it made me think.
Is that on Netflix or Hulu? Amazon?
Jack Reacher.
I'll find it. It's on one of the streaming networks.
Yeah.
Actually, I also have a Fire Stick that's got all the channels and shit. So I'll just Google it one day and watch it.
Babe got he's got. There's two of them, but the first one.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
A sharpshooter.
Okay, I'll check it out.
But anyway,
But yeah, thanks for tuning in, people. And
with that, we're out of time.
Man, it was a great show today. Great dialogue. I'm gonna check out what you people have said, and I appreciate your input. Thanks for tuning in, and Jansky will take it out of here.
Yeah. So I know some of you are missing the love segment.
Oh, it'll be back next week. Well, Wednesday. Listen, Wednesday when we do this, the Love Doctor will have a special segment for you guys.
All right.
You guys and you chicks. Oh yeah,
for the ladies.
Yeah, for the ladies
For
too.
you guys.
Yeah, for the guys, not chicks off.
For the guys. Oh.
I admit I'm not Love Doctor or no chick dude. This is for the dudes to knock off their chick and their chicks to be happy.
You gonna tell them?
Oh, I'm gonna give them a secret. Oh yeah.
You gonna give them. So Love Doctor is gonna give you some secrets on Wednesday. So stay tuned.
Yes, sir.
For the show on Wednesday, and for the Love Doctor segment, and we will reconvene on Wednesday night.
Thank you for your support, man. Appreciate you guys.
And with that, we're out of here. Like last year. See ya. Peace.
Great show. Oh, damn, I got to turn that off. We got Nikki's not here.
It's so weird that you make her get up. She's